That's good. That's good. Right.
Yeah?
Hi.
Happy?
Hi. Yeah, happy.
Okay.
1, 2. Happy.
3, 4,
5, 6.
7, 8,
9, 10.
11,
12,
12,
13.
14.
15.
That's just the whole podcast.
Just counting. I'm sitting down in my chair. Look at this. Last podcast, my microphone was covering my face for the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Idiot, my podcast, with my special guest, Stephen Hilton. You may have heard of him.
What do you mean special?
Special.
Yeah.
You are special.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for finally realising that.
Yeah.
Have I got anything on my teeth?
No, do I?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing?
No.
Not a thing?
Not a thing.
Are you sure?
I was going to get the word teeth tattooed on my hand.
Why?
Because I always have things stuck in my teeth and I forget to check.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
But you were really going to get that?
I was, because how am I going to remember?
Stop. That's so extreme. But it's kind of funny.
What if it was a pair of teeth on your hand? It would be funny. I'm seriously thinking of getting a tattoo. You know what I'm going to get?
Alfie and Poppy?
Yeah, Alfie and Poppy.
Oh my God. Do it.
I'm going to do it.
Because you'll never regret that.
I'm doing it.
Like some tattoos, regrettable.
Yeah.
You see it online all the time. People get, does anyone have a tattoo they regret? Let's talk about it. Any Tramp Stamps? Do you remember those?
I
Like
do
on the
remember
lower
those.
back?
Yep, I've seen many of those.
Yeah. Really? Many?
You might want to cheat out just slightly.
This way?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Back in the 90s, the Tramp Stamps, I remember those. Yeah.
The Tramp Stamps.
They're still on those ladies.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't go away. Though you can get them removed.
Yeah.
You can remove tattoos, but it's a whole process.
Yeah.
Laser or whatever. But we both don't have any tattoos, which were the odd ones.
Yeah.
They're so common now.
I want to get Alfie and
Alfie
Poppy.
and Poppy's a great one.
It is.
I would do like A and P or whatever, like Alfie and Poppy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If I was ever going to get tattoos, that's what I would get.
Alfie on this.
I'm going to get Alfie on this.
Are you?
And then what else were you going to
Alfie
get?
and
And then
Poppy.
I was going to get Poppy on this side.
Is that
My-
recording?
I'm a
Because I do
poser.
everything myself.
Red.
Is the red? Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button. It helps keep me going. You know, I've lost a few followers, and I have a theory on why. Because they're people who follow you who, for some reason, think that we're against each other.
We're not
Or
against
like-
each other.
Or like they have to pick a side.
Well, stop picking sides, you
Literally.
guys. We're friends.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
Don't have to think the same about stuff to be friends.
Well, yeah. And like co-parents.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the problem in today's life, is people can't be civil to people that they disagree with on certain like political things.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It tears families
It
apart.
does. It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people have come up to me about your content going, did you see what Stephen posted about this? Did you? And like, to be honest, I haven't been watching everything just because, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's just where I'm at. I don't really want to get involved. I just see you as the father of my children,
Right.
you know, and a friend. And like,
yeah,
I don't want to get in any arguments over differences that we might have politically.
Yeah.
Like, you're your own person,
Exactly.
entitled to your own opinions,
Yeah.
can make whatever video you want to make. That has
Exactly.
nothing to do with me is really
No.
the thing.
No.
People come to me like, what are your thoughts? How are you okay with this? And it's like, I'm not his mother. I'm
Yeah.
not like, whoa, what was that?
I think that was the garden things.
Oh,
It just went off. It's fine though.
that's fine. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Literally nobody cares.
So yeah, what were you saying there? That was interesting.
Just that people come to me about your content
Right.
like I'm supposed to do something about it.
Have an opinion. Well,
Well,
you're
not-
not.
yeah.
You're not. Sorry. Carry on.
Not just have an opinion, but like stop you from saying this, that, or the other.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And everyone should be allowed to say whatever they want.
Yeah.
It's free speech.
Yeah.
Elon Twitter.
But I think like for me, it's very clear that I just want a peaceful relationship with you.
Yes.
And I want us to be loving and supportive of one another and love and adore our kids and support them.
Yes.
And that's what I want. So like this other stuff
Yeah.
to me is like kind of trivial and
Exactly.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. And
Like,
you don't even watch it. And why should you?
Why?
Yeah.
It's content creation. Who cares?
No, no one cares.
That has nothing to do with us co-parenting our kids
No.
and having a peaceful, loving relationship. Like,
That's right.
so I'm just clear on that. And I think that that's why when people come to me with it, I don't really have an opinion because I'm not up to date on it, on everything you're doing, I guess.
Right.
But I feel like the videos I've seen, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to go through your page. I haven't really done that.
Right.
That'll be the next podcast. I'll go through your page and tell you what I think.
Okay. So today I made a song out of a woman at a march. I turned it into a heavy metal song, and the comments on that, considering I didn't say anything, are insane.
But tell me, like, what was the woman? Because guys, like I said, it's kind of a boundary that I've had that I don't watch too much, only because I think that well, whatever. We are divorcing.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the big bloody announcement.
Yes, which it's already public, right? You're getting comments about
I've
it?
had a couple of people say that they know the date that it happened, and they know that you're divorcing me. That was a nice move. So now it looks like I did something mad.
Well,
I
you
did.
did.
I did. Yeah, I did. Admittedly.
So I filed for divorce.
You filed for divorce. You're the petitioner, and I'm the respondent.
Let's get that straight.
I
Let's
tell
get
you-
one thing straight.
It's a lot of it's more complicated than I thought.
What's
Even
more complicated?
the divorce, like, even if you're friends, you still have to split the house. We have to we need to change all the names on the house.
I gotta say though, I've heard horror stories,
Yeah.
and ours is nothing
No.
like that. We are being fair,
Yeah.
and we're using a mediator,
Yeah, no lawyers.
and we have been able to sit down and talk about whatever, and knock on wood.
Yeah, we
There's-
agreed on everything.
Yeah.
Everything's agreed.
We really just want what's fair. Neither of us are being greedy,
No.
or we want what's fair for us and for the kids.
You're getting a better house, but you got the kids.
I've got the kids.
Yeah.
I've got the kids.
You
You have an amazing
got that amazing house. I
house
love this
too.
house. I love this house.
You have an amazing house
I
too.
love this house. This
I
house is
love
lucky.
this house.
This house is
I
lucky.
love this house.
That room next door is where we shot all the Ivy stuff.
I know. God, not only did we shoot incredible videos, we had 2 babies in this house.
Yes. Oh my God. That
2
was
babies
Alfie's
in this
room.
house.
Yeah.
So many memories in this house.
Wow. That's nuts.
It has such a magical vibe. I'm so glad that you're in it. And we
Yeah.
live a mile down the road
Yeah.
from each other, which is amazing. So if you know, Poppy or Alfie did really want to see Daddy, even when it's not your scheduled time and you were free,
Yeah.
you could see them.
Yeah.
It's not this, I mean, I understand it's not the ideal situation, but
But you know the comment that I get on my videos, the overwhelming comment that I get 3,700 times a day. This is why your wife left you. That's the biggest comment I get. And I just want to say that it isn't. And we are, we're separate people and we've got different views. Doesn't mean we can't be friends.
no, not at all. But what do they say that
Everything,
about? Because I
everything.
don't know, because but I do support you, and I don't know everything you're doing. I'll stalk you and watch your shit so I can talk about it, because I don't know, because for my own mental health, I just have not been looking, and I view my relationship with Steven as like, we're co-parents and we're friends, and that's how I want to keep it. I don't want to talk politics.
No,
I don't
well,
want
you
that to
never
get in the
have.
way, because you're literally like their dad, and I just
know.
want to get along.
We do get along.
I know, but I don't want that stuff to, like, it's not going to. It never really has, like, gotten in the way. any differences that we've had, we've always been able to look past that.
Yeah. Well, I did. I never talked about it.
No.
I didn't. I kept it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want to, and I felt like our circle was very, very, let's say, pro. Like it all started for me.
Liberal.
Yeah, but it all started for me around the old. You can't say vaccine on YouTube, but that's where it started with our brother-in-law, and then with your best friend, like the aggressive push. That's where it all started.
Right.
Because of what happened with I believe what happened with Alfie.
Right.
And that's the whole point of my move is that.
Wow. Yet you can't know that for certain.
I can't know it for certain, but I believe it.
Right. And but you have to admit, like, you're autistic, my dad autistic,
Yeah.
like it's in our families on both sides.
He
So
had-
it does make sense that one of our children are, if not two, are
Yeah.
autistic.
He had the propensity to it genetically.
Yeah.
I've looked into it a lot. I mean, I don't maybe want to go into it so much on your podcast. I don't want you to get banned. It's so tricky to talk about that stuff on YouTube. They ban things.
Yeah.
They're particularly strict on that. But yeah, so just to...
I guess like the point of this video though is to announce that we're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Because up until now it's just been a separation.
Yeah.
And it's been a separation for how long now?
A year.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What, maybe 10 months?
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
a year.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. It doesn't
No,
feel real.
I know. Like
It doesn't feel real.
It feels like a dream, not a nightmare, just surreal. Surreal is the word I'm looking for. And
Yeah.
it's insane. And just like how much you've changed,
Yeah.
and I think like we've both changed, I guess. I feel like I'm dissociating a little bit. Like
What
I
does
need
that
to
mean?
get more like you and do more therapy and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm not ignoring. I'm going to tell you exactly what dissociating means. Dissociation
Yes.
is the disconnection or separation of something from something else, or the state of being disconnected. So separation of some aspects of mental functioning from conscious awareness, leading to a degree of mental dysfunction or to mental conditions. Oh, wow. So including dissociative identity disorder. So it's basically like dissociation is a mental process where a person disconnects from their thoughts, feelings, memories,
Right.
or sense of identity. So we do it to like avoid feeling
Right.
avoid the pain of
Right.
like a traumatic event like divorce.
Yeah.
Or like having like a special needs
Yeah.
toddler, like
Yeah.
that presents a lot of
I think
challenges.
that maybe had something to do with it as well.
80% of couples with a special needs child get divorced. 80%.
That's nuts. Oh
80%.
my God. So it definitely had something to do with it.
I mean, and it's not in any way their fault ever, and should never feel responsible. It's just like a crazy fact.
Yeah. I feel like
because the stress is
if it started to fall apart when Poppy was born, Alfie was diagnosed, your mum was here, the house fell apart, all within 3 months.
And I think there was a correlation too with like we were earning less money because we had created a show an educational show for toddlers called Pammy's World, which a lot of you are aware of. Maybe some of you aren't. But because it was a new venture, it wasn't like we weren't monetizing it yet. We were building it, and it would have been. I think it would have could have been big, but whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things we can do,
put our energies into that, didn't we?
We did. And I think because we were earning less,
right,
that freaked you out, and you were spinning out. I felt, because you had some, correct me if I'm wrong, but like financial fear. Like I found through our marriage, like if we weren't earning a certain amount, like you would really freak out and panic. And I was maybe the more like delusional, like it's all gonna be okay.
Well, now you're in charge of it all, which is terrifying.
Hold on. No, Stephen, I'm visualizing how much I want to
that
earn,
worries
and it's
me.
coming. Excuse me. It's worked out
Yes.
for me and for us. So visionaries need to have a vision. And so I visualize what I want. And then when I do that obsessively, the dots start connecting and moves are made. It's not like I'm just sitting on my ass visualizing.
You know that I've modified since the separation. I have, like you guys know, like we're not the same person, and I've developed on my own I feel like I've developed a lot as a man.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I never made you be any other way than you were.
No, you didn't.
I just want to put that out there.
I did.
I think some people think like
100% not. 100% not. And also, the other thing is that I didn't even tell Laura about how I was feeling about the political side, which was a thing. I didn't even tell you because I was confused at how I was being so aggressively drawn away from all of our circles. Like, it was confusing to me. I was like, it was so, oh my God, like, yeah.
But what were you saying? I interrupted you. I'm sorry about that.
Yes, so I've revised manifestation. Not into it. I don't believe we create anything. I think it's God that creates.
But Neville Goddard, who's like a huge manifestation spiritual teacher, believes that we are God, that we are co-creators with God.
No.
God is within all of us. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Neville Goddard believes that God is our human imagination. And so we can effectively create our reality through our human imagination. So we're connected to God. God is our human imagination.
Well, this is an interesting topic because I'm going more, I'm becoming like, I want to say religious, but I don't know what religion. So I believe in God, and I also realize that I believe in Jesus. Recently, like in the last, since this separation forced me to look at a lot of stuff.
Do you like Sky Daddy?
I think so. I think I'm on board.
It's called Sky Daddy.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's, you know, I believe in, I believe in a traditional God, I think. I'm learning about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And
wait, you were going to do that series where you went and interviewed different religions. Yeah, how fun would that be?
It would be good, except no one got back to me from any of the churches.
You can decide which one makes the most sense to you.
Yeah.
But hold on, let's talk about our kids.
Yeah.
So my view is let them study the religions just like you're doing and decide for themselves.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't push it on them.
Right? Because it's like they're too young to make that decision.
No, I wouldn't, because my dad sort of had religious beliefs that sort of changed, and he sort of told me about it, and it was confusing. So I don't want to do that with them.
Totally. Yeah. And then if they feel compelled, especially if you are become, Christian or Jewish or
maybe Catholic. I don't know.
Catholic.
Because I
or Mormon.
I'm Irish, and my dad grew up in the Catholic Church. And there's something about. Remember when it was all going off, and I used to go to that church.
Yes.
And I used to get relief. That's a Catholic church.
Yeah, you did. You would go there. Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. It's not this spiritual yoga-y side. I'm done. I'm not into it anymore.
Yeah.
All that Eastern religion. It was great to go through it, but I'm realizing I'm sort of no. So it's just interesting.
It's just part of your evolution.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's just another way that we're not the same person. And she's
that's
not responsible for anything that I do, and I'm not responsible for anything you do.
Yeah, it's like we're our own two separate people with our own thoughts and ideas, and that's okay.
I think it's not just okay. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really talk about this.
No, but we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, you have brought up certain things to me, and we've had really respectful conversations about you know, some of the topics that you talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, I started to listen to Joe Rogan at the same time as the thing with our in-laws pushing the schedule of the jab, and with our friend, when I said I was anti-jab, he was like, what are you, stupid? I feel like
you have got to work on that resentment.
Right. No,
I'm
I do.
giving
I
you
do know.
unsolicited advice
100% agree.
because you keep bringing
I
that
know,
specific thing
I
up.
know.
Have you talked about it with your sponsor?
Yes.
Okay.
But
so
we're
it's
on
just
step 4 now.
one of those things that like
Yeah.
keeps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. So that at the same time as I started to listen to Joe Rogan, and I was like, wait, I understand. No, it was Russell Brand. I started to listen to Russell Brand, and then he was on Joe Rogan. I listened to Joe Rogan, and then I was like, wait, all these views are how I feel.
Yeah.
And then I got Jordan Peterson's
Yeah.
book, The 12 Rules of Life. I loved it. And then I realized that this is the way I want to go.
Yeah.
And I didn't talk about it really.
But now you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like I'm being authentic. I feel like I'm, it's very controversial, a lot of stuff I talk about, but it's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I don't mind creating an argument if people. I don't mind creating a conversation, even if it's quite aggressive.
Yeah. I think that everyone wants to know, how do I feel about your
A
content?
lot of people
But
probably
like,
wanna
and
know
I'll
that.
and I'll just say this: like, my priority with Steven is to have a peaceful relationship
Yeah.
and parent and co-parent with him. That's it.
Yeah.
The other stuff is like a distraction, and I don't want to think about it. But like, and I don't consider myself political, but
Yeah.
I would say, like, if I had to pick, I would be liberal. And like,
Yeah, and that's fine. I think that's a good thing for people to hear, because who is friends with someone on the other side these days?
Yeah.
No one is.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm in a little bit of my own bubble. And so I need to maybe look at some of these issues a little more. My brain is just on our kids.
Yeah, that's the most important.
And like making comedy and staying sober. And sometimes I feel like that is just all I can handle. Like I just can't take on it anymore.
Yeah, but you were saying that before I started making content.
Yeah,
the
totally.
same thing. It's nothing to do with the content that you're feeling like that.
No, because like it's your life, and it has nothing to do with me, other than like sometimes I feel like some of the people you attract are like can be a little like radical, and they come after me just because they think I'm different than you, which I am, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But like they come after me.
But they wouldn't be following you in the first place. These are new people. So there's no loss to you. And honestly, the hate I've had from the left is breathtaking. The come after is breathtaking. I've never experienced such hate as the liberals. My God.
Right.
Yeah.
But back to our divorce.
Yes.
This podcast is sponsored by AG1, y'all. AG1 is an amazing green supplement. I take it every single morning. It's packed with 75 different vitamins, minerals, whole source food ingredients. Y'all, it's completely vegan. It helps with gut health, energy, hair, nails, strengthens your immune system. It's all your vitamins and minerals all in one drink. You just take a scoop, put it in the cup, mix it around, squeeze a little lemon in there. I like to, and it tastes so good. If you order it through me, just go to drinkag1.com/idiot. Again, that's drinkag1.com/idiot, and you can get a year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs. Y'all, it's your nutritional insurance. I love it, and I know that you will too.
It's interesting. I think this is interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And we look past it for the sake of our kids.
Yeah. And I'm not going to push anything on them.
That's great.
No.
And same, you know, they let them decide for themselves. Let them decide for themselves.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like we're on the same page on a lot of things.
We're on the same
meaning
page.
regarding our kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We are on the same page with everything apart from and you're right. I love that approach that content really doesn't matter. It's not matter to our family.
Exactly. It's
Makes no
it's
difference.
work
Yeah.
and it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with you and me
No.
raising our kids
Exactly.
and maintaining our friendship
Yeah.
and, being a united front for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they see us still loving each other and getting along.
Yeah.
And like, I would never dream of like pitting,
No.
right, us against one another. Like, I think that's so horrific that some divorced couples do that.
Can I say that you have mentioned this before I made the content that I was authentically feeling that's polarizing. You thought people thought we were pitted against each other even when I was just talking about other things.
Like what?
From the day we separated, you've had the feeling that people have been picking sides.
Yes, because you announce a separation and then automatically people go, I'm team.
They do.
I'm team Steven.
Yeah.
I'm team Laura. When it's like, why can't we separate? Why do you have to pick sides?
It's not.
It's just people's nature,
Yeah.
I guess. And I have to learn to not care about that,
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Right. It doesn't matter.
There was something else I wanted to say. I can't believe it's been almost a year.
I can't believe we're getting divorced. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. It's nuts. Isn't it nuts?
Mm-hmm.
Most people go like, oh yeah, we divorced because A, B or C happened. I can't.
There's definitely a basis.
There's not.
There is.
There's nothing. What I learned I went on this weekend about relationships. Well, loosely about relationships. And I can't talk about it because it's secret. But I realized
you came back saying you're going to be the best father. To
yeah,
those
I learned a
kids.
lot about being a father. I learned a lot of mistakes I'd made. I learned how I learned that I basically messed my life up myself, and I got to take responsibility.
So there's your A, B, and C.
Yeah.
What you learned.
Yeah. Yeah, I messed.
So then you can't say there's no.
Well, what I'm saying is that I messed my life up by losing my masculinity. And that led on to a series of things, none of which were that serious to divorce over.
In your opinion.
In my opinion. And what I learned what I learned in the weekend.
That you can't talk about.
I can't talk about it. But they were like, you got to stay together for the kids. Suck it up.
Okay, well, that's been debunked, that you have to stay together for
Has
that.
it been debunked?
Yes. How many couples have tried that and it's messed? The amount of adults of divorced parents that have said, I wish my parents got a divorce. Finally, when they did, when I was older, it was so much better. We were so much happier.
But that was it. You can't take that.
No, let's ask.
That's a good thing to ask. Yeah.
Do anyone out there have divorced parents or parents that stayed together that you wish got a divorce? I know in my case, I wished my parents got a divorce. Yes, I did. I would beg my mom to divorce him. I
know that, but you don't know what good you got out of them staying together.
What good I got out of living in an unstable.
Yeah. Look at you now. You're successful artist. If they got divorced.
I was a dangerously impulsive drug addict too, though.
Yeah, but it turned out. You turned out.
Like a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think that's bullshit, and I think that it's the parents who get divorced who are like bitter and resentful and pitting the parents against one another to the kids. Right. Am I saying that right? You know what I mean? Those are the times that it might mess up the children. And also when there's not like consistency, like this is your time and day. Like, so Because Poppy and Alfie know already. They know daddy days.
Yeah,
they
they do.
know, like Tuesdays and he sees them on the weekends and on Tuesday.
How do they know?
And they literally know, like on Tuesday at
So
2 years
weird.
old, Poppy's like, I see daddy. I see
Oh.
daddy. And like, they just know.
How sweet is she?
Already.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, they very much expect you to come at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 9:45. They're like, I see daddy. You know, they're just waiting for you.
Divorced people co-parenting. Do you spend alternate weekends with the kids? I bet they all do.
Well, you have to remember the kids live with me they
Yeah.
live with me 7 days a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Right. But I wonder why everyone does alternate weekends.
And do the kids live 100% with the mom?
No.
Okay.
They go over.
So there you go.
Right.
So, but if this is just something we need to discuss.
Yeah.
You know?
See, there's all these different
But that's
things to work
okay.
out.
This is like something we can figure out.
Oh, yeah.
Because right now they live with me 100%, but dad sees them 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get quality time with them and you're so present with them when you do see them,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah.
that's lovely. And
definitely
if it changes a bit, that's okay too. Like I'm open. I feel like you're open.
Yeah. I am. I worry about them. But
That's your thing though.
yeah. I'm a
Worrying is your
worrier.
thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of your thing.
Yeah.
Since I've known you.
Yeah.
You know? And it's always worked out. It's always been okay.
Yeah.
Ever since we've met.
It has
It's
all
always been okay.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't that continue?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We got through a lot.
We did.
Lot.
The other thing that I learned at the weekend was the hardest bit of a marriage is the first 10 years, and anyone that quits after 10 years is an idiot because you've gone through the hardest bit. And we quit at 10 years. The guy was like, the first 10 years, you're not married until you've done 10 years. And anyone that quits after 10 years is an idiot. Because you've done all that work and you're just going to have to do it again if you get into another relationship.
Well, you did that.
10 years
Your
of
first marriage was 10 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just a social construct, marriage. At the end of the day, we're just going to love our kids and
Yeah. But the reason marriage was a social contract was for kids. That's why it is a social contract. It was to keep kids stable. To give them a...
yeah, but there wasn't that stability in the end.
No.
And
But there's...
and you always want, not, I shouldn't say shouldn't use that language, the always. Sometimes you would always, no, don't say always. You would want to be separate. Like you'd want to take the kids, but you wouldn't want me there. Or you'd want to take one kid and have me take the other. Like you didn't want to hang out as a family. And I found that really interesting. And then also I found when we were living together, you would run off to the office or wherever I wasn't and the kids weren't whenever any chance you got. And then even you didn't necessarily want to hang out with the family as a unit. And I remember I would cry to your parents about it.
Right.
That's Larry. I'd cry to your parents about it because I didn't understand why you didn't want to hang out as a family. And then they tried to get you to do it too. They were like, Stephen, you could all go to the ocean together.
Yeah,
But
that's an interesting...
and then I think like they say that the woman mourns the relationship in the relationship and the man mourns the relationship after.
Right.
So I feel like I mourned the last few years of our
Jesus
relationship.
Christ.
Like I was mourning it because I tried.
That's nuts.
But I really...
I'm sorry about that.
I know.
I had no idea.
No,
That's really
but
sad.
on some level you did because I tried many, many, many times to get us to go to like therapy and this and that.
Yeah, I messed up. That's what I've realized this past weekend, is that I spent a long time, not seeing that. This kind of, it's all on me, basically. Because I don't have any skills in a relationship. I don't have the right skills. I don't have the right language, and
But you can't say it's all on you, because it's two people in a relationship. So, like, I was probably very difficult in a lot of ways too, and controlling.
But only you were only you. I feel like you took on some of the manly role.
Yeah, I was in my masculine.
That was a terrible, terrible, terrible thing.
And then I was upset because I wanted to be a mom and just be with the kids, but I felt like I had to work all the time.
See, this is where I messed up. This is the crux of where I messed up. I was a weak. I wasn't even a man. I was a boy, and I'm learning now to not be that. Well, I learned a lot. I mean, this weekend was intense. It was so intense, and it was so primal. Like, I can't even talk about. Like, if I were to talk about it, it wouldn't even make sense. It was
Were you guys like around a fire going like?
Can't say anything.
Was there a fire pit? Just tell me that. In my head there were fire pits. Was there one fire pit?
No.
Oh.
But wait, am I even allowed to say no? Because is that given it? I got to be careful, because some of the guys at the thing recognize me and they might watch this, so I've got to be really careful.
No, he's not said anything.
I haven't. I had to swear to a guy in the eyes that I wouldn't talk unless a man-to-man bond that I can't break. I can't ever talk about what happened. Not because it's,
I'm really happy that you have this strong group of men that you can lean on, that you're vulnerable with. A lot of men don't have that.
No.
And you never did before.
And I'm going to take, in future, and what I've been doing now, is I'm taking my problems, like anxieties and fears, to my men.
See, I think that's so genius, rather than to your partner.
I shouldn't have ever done it. But I didn't
I've
know.
done that too, with you, rather than take it to my sponsor, like women.
Yeah.
But I did learn that actually in AA, to take it to your sponsor, sort it out, and then if it's still bothering you, then take it to your partner. But because
some of the guys at my meeting are amazing at that. That's something crazy will happen, and they don't break in front of their partner, but they come to the meeting and break down, and it's.
But there's something beautiful about breaking down and being vulnerable with your partner too.
At the appropriate times, not all the time.
Yeah.
And I was doing it all the time. I was just weak, and I didn't have and there's nothing, you didn't do it. I did it. I handed away my balls. I did. And
I think too, the trust was broken at some point, and that's all connected. It's just a difficult thing to repair, and I hated that, and I hated not feeling like I could fully trust. I hated that.
Yeah, I hate that too.
But it's not like we're not in each other's lives, which I think is pretty cool.
It is cool. Like it is now, but
what?
I mean, nothing stays the same.
That's the only constant. Is change. But if we can maintain this level of respect for each other, keeping our priorities, the children, we both want the best for them. We're both obsessed with them, and adore them, and we're there for them. I'm reading this book called Good Enough, and it's all about parenting, and she's talking about how two things can be true at once. You can love your kids but also have a weak moment and yell at them.
Absolutely.
Two things are true at once. Just because what?
I yelled it out. I didn't yell at him.
It's so hard. It's so hard to keep your cool sometimes.
I did when he was being destructive here. I didn't yell. Actually, I didn't yell. But I raised my voice and Poppy, she broke down.
Okay, so this is the funniest thing ever. So Poppy's such a daddy's girl.
She is.
It is so funny because I'm never really stern with Poppy, but I can say, Poppy, don't do that. Or like, Poppy, that's not safe in a stern voice. And she'll be like, meh, and be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But if dad so much as looks at her in a way that's saying, don't do that, Poppy, she goes,
yeah.
If for those of you listening, I'm doing a frown. She does this like epic frown.
It's epic.
And then she goes,
ah! And then she throws herself on the floor.
And he doesn't even yell. He literally, okay, she'll pull my hair, right? She thinks it's really funny and I'm trying to teach her it's not. But she'll pull my hair and crack up. And so she pulls it, but she does this belly laugh. And I'm trying not to laugh because her laugh is so cute. But I'm saying, no, that's not nice. We don't pull hair. That's not nice. And she pulled it again. And dad saw and went, Poppy, do not pull mommy's hair. Just that soft. Just that sweet. Poppy, do not pull mommy's hair. I was like, Poppy, you're gaslighting. You just pulled my hair and now you're the victim here?
She was the victim of that.
Oh my God. And then dad's, what do you do? Sorry.
I can't. I mean, I have to say sorry.
Poppy.
And then you're like, say something. Then you're like, just for fun, just say she can't do something. You try and make me do it for a laugh.
It's so funny. It's because it's not, you're not even yelling. You'll just go like, don't do that. Exactly. Like in the nice, he could have a smile and be like, don't do that.
No, yeah.
Or like, that's not nice, or that's not safe, or like whatever. Just you've never yelled at her once.
No, I haven't.
But if you just are not adoring her, she's devastated. She's devastated.
It's true.
Oh, and then she wants to hold you.
I wonder where she gets that from.
She is a little me.
She is 100% you.
So when my family came to visit, because my entire family, everyone, right? 5 adults, my mom, dad, 2 sisters, and all their kids, madhouse for a week. Poppy was going around the dining room table going, can I have a hug? Can I have a hug? I love you, Ava. I love you, Ella. Oh, nice blue shirt. Just hugging everyone, kissing everyone, dancing, like so social, so talkative.
Yeah.
They all did her bedtime routine. I had all these kids coming in singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, all of them. And she was like loving it. They were all reading her bedtime stories.
Wow.
But she just loved all the people. Meanwhile, Alfie, because there's a waterfall, he would take his breakfast and there'd be all these family in the kitchen, and he'd take his breakfast, his cereal, he'd go out the back door, climb up the waterfall all the way up the rock, sit on the last rock all the way up at the top and eat his cereal up there.
100% feel that, boy. It's what I would do.
Yeah.
I feel like that as a grown-up when the family were all over.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You just want to climb up the rock and sit there. And
I couldn't identify more with that boy, with that and lots of other things.
I mean, he's so lucky to have you.
Yeah. Because I do get it now. I do get a lot of things that are perhaps weird to other people.
And your mom talked about, how you didn't want to play with the other kids and like you would get dysregulated
in my own world.
Mm-hmm, and then have tantrums and meltdowns and stuff. And man, I totally can see that with
Well, I was so tough. My mum and dad never had another baby.
But thank God for Poppy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that we had her as well. Because I'm really glad. Yeah. She's amazing. They both are amazing.
They both are. We're very lucky.
And Poppy is really good at, she's going to be a really good little sister to him. Almost like a big sister, though. She already, Alfie, do not throw. Not safe.
She does.
Alfie, do not throw.
She does. She tells him
She
off.
goes, Alfie, do not.
She does.
Alfie, do not.
She tells him off when they're here. They go in the pool and he walks around the side and she tells him, Alfie, do not. Alfie, do not. It's
not safe.
Not safe.
Not safe, Alfie.
Yeah.
No hit, Alfie.
No hit is a big one, yeah. And he doesn't actually hit her.
Very, very rarely, if not ever. No.
She gets away with murder with Alfie.
He's very loving and tolerant to that girl.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Well, this was not as hard as I thought it would be.
You say that at the end of every podcast.
Yeah.
See?
I know.
We should do it again. I say that at the end of every podcast.
We should do it again sometime.
I always say we should do it every month, and you always say, yeah, why not? And then we never do it.
Well, here we are. I'll see you next month.
Yeah, last one we did was February, March, April, May, June. 4 months.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. More to discuss.
Yes.
Only for the next 18 years.
Yeah.
There'll be more to discuss.
Wow. So tomorrow we're going to record my podcast, and I'll drop that tomorrow.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching. Comment whatever you want, but be nice, please, because I'm very sensitive.
I don't know why she reads comments. No one.
I don't really, but they just, sometimes I do and I regret it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not all the time. But that's it. I feel happy. So thanks for watching. And yeah, make sure to subscribe and all that stuff.
And hit the like and the notification
Yeah.
bell.
And we love you.
Love you.
Okay.
Bye.